everybody, this is Courtney from scrap2.blogspot or Kinsey Bird Creations. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Valentine's Day spinner card. I've already got it put together, but I just want to tell you about how I made it. So if you notice, it's got the black on the back, and I actually cut that out with my Cricut and the Create a Critter cartridge. Now that black is just basic black cardstock, and it's actually cut from page 66 in my Cricut handbook, and it is the shadow, and of course you have to hit shift to get that blackout image for that heart. Now the next thing that I cut out is a white cardstock. You cannot see it unless I lift it up like that. In the card, I actually cut it just to give it some dimension, and so I kind of had a map of where I wanted to put everything. So the white cardstock is cut twice, and it's just plain white cardstock that I purchased at Walmart. Now this heart is cut out at 5.5 inches. The base, the white, everything is cut out at 5.5 inches on the heart. Now the top layer of the white, you can kind of see back there, is where the B mine is, and it's actually white. I sponged it with just a basic sponge dauber that I purchased at Joann's, and I used Close to My Heart ink, and that is actually Hollyhock. I think it's kind of old, but it's one of theirs that they have. So I did that. Now, if you notice, I have little individual hearts cut out where I wrote the Be Mine. Those hearts are cut out from the Create a Critter cartridge as well, and that is actually from page 45 in the handbook. It's the phrase, and it's shift to get that heart. Now those hearts were cut out at 1 inch. You think that's large, but it's with the real dowel size off, so it cuts them pretty small. It actually fit in perfect into my window. Then I actually just took and wrote Be Mine by hand on that. Now the wings are cut out with die cuts with a view paper. Kind of see that sparkle there, see if you can see it. And that's actually as a Mariposa. Anything that's from Die Cuts with a View that I've used on this is from the Mariposa packet. I absolutely love that paper packet. Those are again cut out at 5.5 inches, and that's from page 66 in the handbook. And you can't really see them because they're white on the handbook, but it's from layer 2, shift, and that's how I got the wings. Now the next piece that I cut out was the cute little ladybug. Again, she is from the Cricut handbook. She's on page 66. And what I did for her was I cut out her whole, everything for her at 2.5 inches. So she's kind of small, but she fits perfect on this card. So she's 2.5 inches, and I did the black. I cut it out from the shadow, and then I also cut out the basic image right here, and that kind of just gives you a layout of where you want to stick your images. It makes it a little bit easier. Now the little pink that's on there for its little face is actually from the Mariposa Die Cuts with a View, and it's got these little like fleur-de-lurs on it. You can't really see it on the video, but it's super cute. And I cut that out from layer 1 on page 66 in the handbook at 2.5 inches, and then I cut out layer 2. It's her cute little wings with a cute little heart on her, and that's just a piece of red glitter paper that I purchased from Joann's in their little single sheets that they have. It's really, really glittery and super cute. Now the big pink heart I actually created with my Cricut cutter. Now it is the basic cut right there of the heart with wings from the Create a Critter cartridge. The only thing is you have to have that little window cut out. Well, I don't have a whole bunch of punches and everything, so I tried to create something with my gypsy. So I took my gypsy right here, and all I did was I pulled up the Create a Critter cartridge, and I pulled up that heart image. And it's actually the layer 1 image. And I went to the hide feature, and I hid the eyes and the lips the mouth, so you couldn't see those. And then I went into Plantin School Book, and I took the minus sign and just stuck it in the middle. Now the heart is cut at 5.5 inches, and then, then the minus sign is cut out. It's a width of 3.50. That's about the perfect width. Now it's going to give you a height of 7.12 inches. You're going to think that it's huge, but it's really not. It actually fits perfect. It's about equivalent to in between 1/2 inch and 3/4 of an inch. So if you don't even have a gypsy, you can take it, your cutter and your little paper trimmer and cut out just a 3.5 by 1/2 inch window rectangle with your paper trimmer to give you that little image. Now, the little love bug tag that I've made, it is actually stuck together. The reason it rolls is because of 2 pennies with a pop dot in between them. You actually just pop that down in between. It fits in perfect. It's like a little track roller when you put it in there, and it fits perfectly. Then you just take a pop dot and stick your little image on top of the pop dot. Now the image that I cut out is a scalloped flower, and it is from page 62 in the handbook. The black is done with the phrase, and then the white is done with the phrase shift. And I just took that the white part and daubed again the edges with that hollyhock color. It's a pretty pink, so it ties it all in perfectly together. Now the pop dots that I use are just basic pop dots from Walmart, nothing spectacular. Now I do use the round ones just because it makes sense to use round with a penny since it's round as well. Now that scallop is actually cut at 2.5 inches, and then the phrase is cut out at 2 inches, and it is again from Create a Critter, page 66, and it's the little love bug phrase. I actually cut out the love bug in the red, it's that Joann's red paper again, and then I cut out the shift love in black. It really didn't make a difference to do it, so it's completely up to you whether or not you want to do that. I thought it might give it a little bit of a shadow behind it, and it didn't. So, again, it's completely up to you if you want to do it. Now, the only thing is when you go to assemble your card, you're going to put it together like normal, except this pink needs to be put together with pop dots, because you need to leave that little space in between your top layer and the next layer so that when you go to spin your card, it's not going to get stuck. The first time I made this card, I didn't use the pop dots, and the card does not move. So you want to make sure that you get those pop dots put in there. You could use, one on each little corner. You don't have to have many. I used a few more just because, again, it was the very first one that I made like this. Now, every spinner card that I've seen online is just your basic square rectangular shaped card, and I want to do something a little bit different, so I made the heart. And like I said, I just used my gypsy to give me that window. I was kind of lazy about it. I could totally just use my paper trimmer and cut it out. So I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, you can email me or check out my blog. It's www.scrappttoo.blogspot.com. And again, you can Google me at Kinsey Bird Creations. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.